Hello everyone. I've been a little under the weather, so I haven't made a video. It's just allergies, all the pollen's in the air. Of course, I've been out in the garden, and shed is here now, so it's not finished. And of course, all the new wood smell kind of gets to me. Okay, time to stop complaining. As you can see, this is blank. Actually, it's going to be landscape instead of portrait, but it has to be this way because it's sitting in this tray. So this is 300-pound watercolor paper, not the usual 140 that most of the time I use and other watercolor artists use. So 300-pound paper, I have found, needs a little extra water to get started for things, or else you just basically have the paint. It sucks it down in, and you lose a lot of that luminosity that watercolor has. So anyway, what I do is you can either have a handy dandy spray bottle that really gives a good solid spray, not a mist, one that really does a wide spray. 3 ounces is fine. You can get those at like Dollar General or Walmart or one of those places. Okay, so this morning I was lazy. I wanted to do it quicker than a little spray on. So I just took this and to the sink. Now I'm doing this one-handed, but tough. I'm gonna show it to you anyway. Put the light on in the bathroom in here. Okay, and I should have this sitting on something instead of just sitting there like that. But there we go. Just get it wet like that, and then turn it over. Lukewarm water is better than cold water or hot water. That's what I've found. So I got that. Now let's turn this off. And I'm not going to let it sit here and drain in the sink because we'll need this sink for washing eggs up a little bit if there's anything that's messy from the chicken house later on. Okay. And it's just going to lean in this container up against the easel, which is fine. It'll keep it draining on down into this handy dandy little tray. Okay, so yesterday I was having double vision on everything, so I just goofed a little bit of paint with this, dabbing just to see. And these are the My Mary Blue paints. That's a Steve Mitchell bunch of paint there set. So anyway, I'm going to let this go, and I see I have a dry spot that has shown up here. So I'm gonna grab a brush. Where'd my flat brush go? There it is. Come back here, see the light from the window. Yeah, right here. Dip into here. That could just be a spot where the paper has absorbed the water really fast, or it's not absorbing at all. So we'll see how this does, and then once I get this coat done, I will probably take this off and then do like another watercolor artist that I admire does. I believe his name is Gidddyyyy or something like this, and you But what I will do is draw it first. It's going to be horses. And there's a couple of photos that are my references. These are pictures that I took of our horses when we lived on a farm. So this is something I just kind of played around with in my Procreate program. And okay, so let me introduce you to, this is Mel Brooks. This is Promise Kept. And let me see, where's Blackjack? I've got a picture of Blackjack around here somewhere. Oh shoot. What did I do with Blackjack? Oh, that's terrible. Okay, well, Blackjack is this guy. And Blackjack and Promise were Morgans. Anyway, my husband was riding Blackjack when the horse stumbled on a, what was it? I think it was a gopher hole or something like that. Tried to right himself before he fell, but and he tried to keep my husband from falling off of him unsuccessfully, and my husband broke his collarbone in 2 places. Yeah, but we didn't get rid of any of our horses until we sold the farm, and the person buying the farm had their own horses. So we had friends that took our horses, and Promise Kept, she went to somebody who was going to compete with her because she, Mel and Promise, right here, Mel and Promise, they were both trained to pull a cart. Blackjack was never that interested in pulling a cart, but they had a little 2-wheel cart, and we'd hook up Promise to one, and we'd hook up Mel to another, and people come visit, and had a park-like setting, as you can see from these pictures, that the farm was a very beautiful place. And we had the trees like this out there in front of the house, and you can see I traced around this, so there's some pencil marks. Anyway, out there underneath all those old oaks and everything was a park-like setting, and people would come, and we'd have parties out there under the oaks, and we'd take the horses and put them on the carts and transport the people out into the woods for the get-togethers. But anyway, so I'm going to transfer these, and I am going to make a painting, and we will see how it goes. So I'll probably video the segments of it. Sorry about my halting speech today. I am having a lot of trouble concentrating and getting things done. So, wish me luck, and like, subscribe. I'll try to get back here. Well, I'll just next week, because we got a lot going on in the next couple days. So yeah, it'll happen, and I will show you. I'll videotape the segments as I do them and put it all together in a little film for you to watch. So yeah, hit that like button, subscribe, get the notifications so you don't want to put things up, and let's take this adventure good